Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful tools you can use to improve your English, the dictionary. Now, you might be thinking, a dictionary? Isn't that just for checking the meaning of a word? Well, yes, but also so much more. If you learn how to use a dictionary the right way, it can actually become your personal English teacher. It can help you improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your grammar, and even your writing skills. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to use a dictionary to learn English. By the end, you'll know practical strategies that will make your dictionary one of your best learning tools. Let's get started. The first thing you need is the right kind of dictionary. Not all dictionaries are made for learners. If you are a beginner or even an intermediate learner, it's best to use a learner's dictionary. Some great examples are the Cambridge Learner's Dictionary, the Oxford Advanced Learner's Dictionary, or the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. These dictionaries use simple definitions and show you example sentences that are easier to understand. If you're a more advanced learner, you might use a standard dictionary like Merriam-Webster or the Oxford English Dictionary. These dictionaries give you detailed definitions, idioms, phrasal verbs, and even the history of words. When choosing a dictionary, there are a few things you should look for. 1. Phonetic transcription, which shows you how to pronounce the word. For example, the word thought is written as th, aw, t. 2. Example sentences, because these help you see how the word is actually used. 3. Grammar notes, like whether a word is countable or uncountable, or whether a verb is transitive or intransitive. And 4, collocations, which are words that often go together. Now let's talk about how to use the dictionary efficiently. Many learners look up a word, read the definition quickly, and then move on. But if you want to learn English seriously, that's not enough. You need to go deeper. Start with pronunciation. When you look up a new word, don't just read the meaning. First, check how it's pronounced. Repeat it out loud 3, 4, even 5 times. If your dictionary has an audio button, listen carefully and copy the sound. For example, the word schedule is pronounced differently in British and American English. In British English, it's often schedule, and in American English, it's usually schedule. Knowing this will help you understand different accents and also choose the style you prefer to use. Next, check the meaning. Many words in English have more than one meaning. Take the word set. It can mean a group of things, like a set of keys. It can also mean to put something in a place, like set the table. It can mean to fix something firmly, like the concrete is set. And in sports, it can mean a part of a match, like in tennis, she won the first set. If you only read the first meaning, you'll miss out on the richness of the word. So always check multiple meanings and study the example sentences carefully. Speaking of example sentences, they are your best friend. If the dictionary shows you a sentence like, she made a decision to move abroad, don't just read it once. Repeat it, copy the structure, and then make your own sentence. For example, I made a decision to study English every day. Another powerful feature of dictionaries are word families. For example, from the verb decide, you can learn the noun decision, the adjective decisive, and the adverb decisively. This helps you expand your vocabulary quickly and understand how words are connected. Now let's talk about collocations. These are combinations of words that are commonly used together. For example, we say make a mistake, not do a mistake. We say strong coffee, not powerful coffee. If you learn collocations, your English will sound much more natural. A good learner's dictionary usually includes collocations, so pay close attention to them. Dictionaries are also great for learning idioms and phrasal verbs. English is full of them, and they often don't make sense if you just translate the individual words. For example, break the ice means to start a conversation in a friendly way, not to literally break ice. Run out of means to have no more of something, like I ran out of milk. Your dictionary will explain these expressions clearly, often with examples. Now let's get practical. How can you actually learn with a dictionary every day? Here's a simple routine. Step 1, choose 3 new words. Step 2, look up their pronunciation, meanings, example sentences, and collocations. Step 3, write each word in a notebook along with one example sentence. Step 4, read your sentences out loud. And step 5, review those words before going to bed. This takes just 10 minutes a day, but if you do it consistently, you'll learn over 1,000 new words in 1 year. Here's a mini exercise for you right now. Look up the word efficient in your dictionary. You'll see it means working well without wasting time or resources. An example sentence might be, the new system is much more efficient. Now, try to make your own sentence. Maybe, I want to be efficient in my English study. Congratulations, you just practiced learning with your dictionary. Another way to use your dictionary is when you are reading or listening. Let's say you're reading a news article and you see the word sustainable. Don't just skip it. Look it up. You'll see it means something that can be maintained without harming the environment. Example, we need sustainable energy solutions. Now go back to the article and read it again. Suddenly, it makes more sense. Not only did you understand the story, but you also learned a new word with its meaning, example, and pronunciation. Dictionaries are also great for learning synonyms and antonyms. If you look up the word happy, you'll see synonyms like joyful, content, or cheerful, and antonyms like sad or unhappy. Knowing these makes your vocabulary richer and your speaking more precise. And don't forget the grammar and usage notes. These small notes can save you from making embarrassing mistakes. For example, the dictionary might tell you that information is uncountable. That means you can't say an information or informations. You have to say some information or a piece of information. Another note you might see is whether a verb is transitive or intransitive. For example, explain is transitive, which means it needs an object. You can't just say, he explained. You have to say, he explained the rules. Details like these are extremely helpful, and your dictionary provides them for free. Now, let's talk about the difference between paper dictionaries and digital dictionaries. A paper dictionary is great if you want to slow down, focus, and avoid distractions. It also helps you notice nearby words, which can be an extra learning opportunity. For example, if you look up success, you might also see successful or succession on the same page. Digital dictionaries, on the other hand, are faster and usually come with audio pronunciations, example phrases, and even videos. Many apps also let you create word lists and quizzes. Both types have their advantages, so choose the one that fits your study style. Let me share a quick scenario. Imagine you're a student reading an English novel. You come across the sentence, he glanced at her suspiciously. Maybe you don't know the word glance. You look it up. The dictionary says it means to look quickly at someone or something. You read the example sentence. She glanced at her watch. Now you go back to the novel, and suddenly the scene makes sense. Not only did you understand the story, but you also learned a new word with its meaning, example, and pronunciation. Another scenario, imagine you're traveling. You see the word customs at the airport. You're not sure what it means. You open your dictionary app. It tells you that customs is the place where officials check your luggage when you enter a country. Now you understand, and the word becomes part of your travel vocabulary. Before we finish, let's talk about common mistakes learners make with dictionaries. One mistake is translating everything into your native language. While translation can help in the beginning, it's better to focus on English definitions and examples. This way, you start thinking in English instead of constantly translating. Another mistake is trying to memorize long lists of words without context. The brain doesn't like isolated words. It remembers better when words are connected to examples, collocations, and real life situations. A third mistake is ignoring pronunciation. Many learners read words silently and